Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a break for Stephen Shamus.
Good to see you again, my friend. How's it going?
Always a pleasure. Wonderful. Every day is a good day. Above ground.
Yeah. All right. I know last week we spoke about Doctor Strange. What do we got cooking this week, Alex?
We're still going to dip right back into the Marvel universe, but we're going to start with Superman, Son of Kal-El. We're going to go to Dr. Voodoo, not Brother Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo. We're going to talk a little Revan, Darth Revan for your Star Wars fans. Wolverine, specifically number 310.
The X-Men do, Bob.
And we're going to round it out with my favorite Jack Kirby creation, Machine Man.
So I will say this. Sometimes we do a show like last week where it's what I would call obvious,
yes.
Right? There's a film that comes out. There's characters in the film. There's an easy, obvious tie-in to, oh, the film came out, that character. Okay, boom. There's a new TV show. Oh, that character, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then we have weeks like this week where nothing is usual. Nothing. Every single thing we're about to talk about it.
I wouldn't say
usual.
Random, but they're definitely not in an MCU or a DC TV show or anything like that.
Right. And we're seeing
comics.
And we're seeing everything pop.
Yes.
Here. Everything is popping here. So let's get to it, and let's talk about what are we talking about first?
Superman, Son of Kal-El. Runaway hit.
Runaway hit. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, so Jonathan Kent is a character that was created around the rebirth kind of era of the DC comics. He is the son of Superman and Lois Lane. There's no weird things. He's been around for a little while. There was a book called Super Sons. It was him and Robin, the Damian Wayne. And then at some point he got kind of aged up. He went from being 10 to 17. Superman had to go away, and Jonathan Kent became Superboy, and then he became Superman for a little while in the DC universe while his father was away off Earth dealing with some aliens stuff. But a super hit book, very popular. This book is getting more popular, more printings as it goes on. It's crazy.
Yeah, so this book is definitely picking up. I love the Superman #1 homage cover.
Yeah,
I think it's a really cool looking cover. So Superman, Son of Kal-El #1, September of 2021. There are 200 9.8s, $150 in 9.8, $20 raw. Then there's the amazing Inyuk Lee variant cover, 57 9.8. That's about a $70 book. Then there's the John Byrne variant cover. And I will say this about John Byrne and Superman. That ripping open of the chest cover when I was growing up was the iconic book. That was the book the Man of Steel book. That was the book that everybody wanted when I was a kid.
Yep.
That
fantastic.
Everybody wanted. Yeah. So that's what I think of when I think of John Byrne Superman. Variant cover of 34 9.8. That's about a $75 book. Then there's the Jen Bartel 1 in 25 variant cover.
Beautiful.
70 9.8. That's about a $175 book. the John Tim's 1 in 50 virgin variant cover, right? Was next. Yeah. 32 9.8. That's about $200. Then there's the Kingdom of Canada. What's the Comic Kingdom of Canada? It's a comic shop?
Comic shop. Yep.
Okay. Do you know them?
It's in Canada. No, never.
I would have assumed that because they're called Comic Kingdom of Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Alan Kwok Comic Kingdom of Canada edition A, 47 9.8. That's $175. Then there's the Virgin edition B, 26 9.8. That's a $200 book. Then there's the C white cover, 73 9.8. That's a $300 book. So those are very limited. Then there's the John Tim's Fan Expo foil edition A, limited to 500 units, 45 9.8. That's $155. And then fan edition, foil edition B, there's 89.8. That's $125, and that's limited to $1,500. Then there's the Jock New York Comic Con convention variant, 35 9.8. That's $225. Then the John Tim's second print from 11/21 is 13 9.8. It's about a $60 9.8 book, $15 raw. Here's the impossible one. Yeah. If you find this book, here are the two impossible ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Impossible version 1. Impossible to find. I can't find any copies. I wonder if you could find these at the show, Alex. The second print 1 in 25 virgin variant. There's 5 9.8s. I can't even find them raw. I would bet you that they're about $1,000. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I would bet you they're $1,000 at 9.8.
Yeah, I would bet so.
And I'll tell you why. They're probably even more. The John Tim's third print, which came out in January of 2022,
4 months
39.8. Ago. Yeah, 39.8s sold for, they're selling for $100. The third print 1 in 50 virgin variant, so it's twice as rare as the second print one. So I shouldn't say that, but there's 13 9.8s. There's only 5 of the second.
Yeah, that's very low.
There's 13 9.8s. The last one sold for $1,075.
Bananas.
So what would the second print sell for?
I don't know, 15, 16?
Right.
It's crazy.
All right, Alex, what is next?
Dr. Voodoo.
Explain this one to me. I have no clue. No clue what's going on here.
So Brother Voodoo is a character that's been around for a very long time. And he is also kind of, obviously he's into voodoo. So he's into mysticism and magic and stuff like that. So he was kind of, I wouldn't say he's Doctor Strange-like, but I mean, he's Doctor Strange-like, he do magic, he do incantations, he do spells. At some point, he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme. He gets the Eye of Agamotto, and he becomes Sorcerer Supreme when Doctor Strange was gone. So Dr. Voodoo was the Sorcerer Supreme. So he got the doctor part. And I love Brother Voodoo because it's 2 twin brothers that merged together to form this character. So it's extra fun. And again, the character's been around for a very long time.
And any reason why this book has gone crazy?
No, I mean, you can always just kind of assume that, any kind of character that has a legacy name to it, you might see later on down the road. And I mean, I would love to see a Dr. Voodoo or Brother Voodoo TV show, movie franchise. That'd be awesome.
Okay. All right. So Dr. Voodoo, Avenger of the Supernatural #1, Marco Djurjevic cover, December of 2009. There are 10 9.8s. It's a $250 to $275 book.
That's crazy.
That's a big number, Alex. The Billy Tan 1 in 15 variant cover, 13 9.8s. That's about a $575 book. And they're selling for $325 at 9.6.
That's bananas. That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like if you put Doctor or Darth in front of a character,
you know it's going to be up. Yeah.
Darth Alex is going to be like a character.
I love it. Please sketch that out for me. I love it.
Darth Alex, and then it's going to be like $1,000 1 in 25 variant.
I'm buying everything Star Wars in doubles now just because.
And I'm going to base the character on Justin Turner.
Perfect. Even better.
Darth Alex, and make him look like Justin Turner. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. I'll buy one.
Okay. All right, Alex's pick of the week. What do you got for us, Alex?
We're already talking about Star Wars, so I'm going to keep it moving. Star Wars May 4th is a buying extravaganza that happens once a year. You go to starwars.com and then Disney, and there's always some fun stuff. One thing that they've been doing for the last 3 years, which is interesting, and I have them all because they're so great, is Starbucks does these mugs that says "Been Here" series. So if you go to Starbucks in Manhattan, they have a mug that says "Been There," and it's a bunch of New York type stuff. You get the Statue of Liberty, you get the Brooklyn Bridge. There's a bunch of images on a cup. You go to different states and different places they have it. You can go to Disneyland. They have one for Disneyland. They have them in Disney World. They've been doing them for Star Wars for the different planets. So it'll be like Hoth, and it'll have a bunch of pictures from the scenes on Hoth from Empire Strikes Back. These mugs, these Starbucks mugs, they do 3 years. They've done it for 3 years. There's 9 out now. The original 3 and even the newer ones, because they sell out. These are limited edition mugs. You're looking at the original 3 going for about $100 to $120 each.
Wow.
And these are $30 mugs.
Wow.
And it's you get the dual collecting, right? You get the Star Wars people who want it, and you get Starbucks people who want to have these mugs. And I don't see these slowing down. Who knows if they're going to keep doing them. There's only so many planets in Star Wars that people know about that they could use. But these are definitely something that is a high collectible for a a very low run, $29.99, and you can flip it for 130. That's five times the amount.
Got it. Okay, cool. All right, what do we got next, Alex?
Yeah, let's keep talking Star Wars. So Revan, Darth Revan,
right,
to your friends.
Yeah, Darth. That's what I said. Darth. Go ahead. Tell me about Darth Revan.
Darth Revan is a character that was first brought upon in the Knights of the Old Republic video game series. Revan was a Jedi who turned to the Sith and ends up becoming, a Sith Lord and being kind of a legend is what they call it. Character. So Knights of the Old Republic takes place like 4,000 years before the original movies. So there's no like Skywalkers in it. And it is one of the biggest fan favorite characters that has never been in a movie, TV show, or cartoon. It was almost in a cartoon. They almost used him in Clone Wars, but his stuff got cut. But lots of fans of that video game. And then they put him in comics, and now they're out of control. Good luck finding them.
Wow. Just like all the other Star Wars comics. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Star Wars Tales number 23, March of 2005, first appearance of Darth Revan and Darth Malak in cameo. Dennis Lawson photo. Oh, Dennis Lawson photo cover. He's Ewan's uncle, right?
That's right. Yep.
There's a Dennis Lawson photo cover. Yeah. Rob Williams and Joe Ortega stories, Weaver, Badeau, and Lacombe art. So the photo cover is the Dennis Lawson. That's the second variant. So
Wedge.
There are 97. Wedge Antilles. 97 9.8s. $425 to $450. It's amazing, these Star Wars books,
That's absolutely crazy.
Right. The Dennis Lawson photo variant cover, 47 9.8s, $425 to $450. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic number 9 from September of 2006, 208 9.8s. First fill appearance of Revan, John Jackson Miller story, Brian Jane cover and art. 208 9.8s, $900 for 9.8, $475 for 9.6.
Wow.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic number 42, June of 2009, 3 years later, 72 9.8s, 89 9.6s. It's a $1,300 book in 9.8 and a $300 book in 9.6. That's the origin of Revan.
10 years ago, these were in your dollar bins. These were not big books. Barely.
Crazy, Alex. Crazy. I know you probably had them too. You probably had your fingers on you. Your fingers probably touched them at Midtown.
Oh Comics. Yeah, 100%.
Probably 100% when you were like scanning through.
Star Wars. No one wants these. Chuck them. Put them in the dollar bin.
All right. What do we got next, Alex? Explain this one to me. I don't get
one book. Wolverine 310.
Okay, can you explain to me what's going on in this title?
This is Return of Sabertooth. Like again, I say fan favorites a lot. I mean, people love Sabertooth. Sabertooth's a big character in the comics. Low print, great covers, fantastic covers, and the Return of Sabertooth. I mean, you can't
every iteration of this book is very expensive. Yeah. So Wolverine number 310, Simone Bianchi cover, September of 2012. There are 11 9.8s. It's about a $5 to $10 raw book. Jeff Loeb's story. Okay, Ed McGuinness.
Big.
1 in 50 variant cover, 25 9.8s. It's $100 to $150 raw.
Yeah.
Okay. Stephen Platt, 1 in 100 variant cover, 38 9.8s. They're about $3,000. They're about $3,000 in 9.8. They're about $700 in 9.6.
Bananas. That's crazy.
Stephen Platt 1 in 200 sketch cover, 13 9.8s. Believe it or not, the sketch cover is sold a little bit cheaper than the regular variant cover, maybe because it's not quite as eye-popping with the color. Yeah. But that's been selling at $2,200 plus.
Still.
Then you've got the blank sketch covers, which are $5 to $10 raw. And then the second print, there's only 3 9.8s, but they're 10 to 15 raw. I suspect that if you had a second print 9.8, you could probably get like $1,000 because they don't exist.
Small prints on it.
All right, what are we closing out with tonight, Alex?
Jack Kirby's best creation, Machine Man.
Yeah, this book has gone crazy lately. Talk a little about Machine Man.
I love Machine Man. I think he's hilarious. It's a hilarious creation because he was created in Jack Kirby's 2001 Space Odyssey comics The comics were based on the movie that was based on a book that ran for longer than the movie adaptation, and they just ran with it because it was very popular. And then Jack Kirby created a character called Machine Man in the comics, and then they brought him to the Marvel universe, and he's definitely outlasted pretty much anything 2001 related. I think if you talk to young modern Marvel fans and we're like, hey, 2001 Space Odyssey, they might not know what you're talking about, but if they say Machine Man, they'd be like, oh, I love that character, which is super funny to me.
Okay, so 2001 A Space Odyssey, number 8, July of 1977. There are 129 9.8s, and there are 218 9.6s.
It's pretty high.
And 171 9.4s. It's about an $800 book in 9.8. It's about $300+ in 9.6. Origin and first appearance of the original Machine Man called Mr. Machine, Jack Kirby story, Jack Kirby art, Jack Kirby cover. That's the trifecta there.
Yep.
And then,
JK.
yeah, and then the last one to look at is Machine Man number 1 of April 78. 589 9.8s. There's actually 3 9.9s.
That's crazy for 78. That's really crazy.
Yeah, it's a $200 book. Jack Kirby story, Jack Kirby art, Jack Kirby cover again. So both books have been ticking upwards lately, Alex, and maybe just a natural progression on everything.
Definitely.
All right. Well, we thank you everybody for joining us this week. Another great episode. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the field below. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Same bad time.
Same bad channel. Bye, guys.